Hi, I'm Lily, the Developer Relations Specialist at Parabeac. Today I'll be going over how to build a counter app using Parabeac. You can find the written doc at docs.parabeac.com. It's linked on our main website, or you can just head straight there. So let's get started. Okay, so step one is to create the Figma file that we're going to want to convert. We've already done that for you for this example to make it faster, so just go ahead and open it up, duplicate it at the top, and open it in your own files. It's a pretty basic layout for the traditional you've pushed the button this many times app. So go ahead and copy the link, and then head on over to Nest. I'm already logged in, but if this is your first time, just go ahead and make an account. Click the plus button to create a new project. Name your project. In this case, I'm going to name it Counter App 3. All right, and enter your access token. If you need help finding that, we have an article on Intercom, and then paste your Figma file link. Go ahead and click Next. Whenever there's a loading screen, I'm probably going to go ahead and cut it since you don't need to watch my screen load. So if yours takes a bit longer, don't freak out. It's perfectly normal. All right, go ahead and select the screens you want to convert. Here it's all of them. Next, I'm going to show you my repository called How To. There's no branches currently, except for a main branch. So here I'm going to go ahead and select How To, and then select Main. And Nest will go ahead and create a new branch in that repository. If you don't have any files in Main, your GitHub may not be showing up. That's a bug we're currently fixing. If that happens to you, just make a file in the repository and you should be good. All right, now let's go see. Okay, you can go ahead and see that I now have a new branch, updated 11 seconds ago. Perfect. So let's go ahead and check it out. And I'm going to download the zip file. You can open this however you'd like. You can SSH, CLI. I just like the zip file because it's easy. Okay. Go ahead and open it with VS Code. And as you can see, I'm using VS Code and iOS today, but you can use Android or Chrome, whatever you'd prefer. So we'll go ahead and open that. All right, so lib and test are red. And that's because we don't have all the packages installed. So if you go ahead and look, the next step is actually to run Flutter pub get. So let's go ahead and do that. VS Code usually does try to do that automatically. All right, so we have a version discrepancy. That's an easy fix. We're just gonna head on over to pubspec.yml and change the environment. As you can see, it's 2.16.1, but it needs to be 2.16.0. So, all right, VS Code's running that for me, and it's resolved. Usually everything should be resolved, but it looks like I have an error in test. So let's go ahead and see what's going on there. Oh, okay, so that's Counter App 2, a different version that I previously used for the same Figma file. That's why that happened. Anytime you're importing a package, just go ahead and make sure that it matches what you named it in Parabeac. It's just the file path, so simple fix. Even there you can see in the docs I wrote it as Counter App 2, so just change it to whatever you named it. Alright, so now we're gonna want to go ahead and update the app. So our environment, in my case, the demo iPhone, will go ahead and show the actual screen that we made in Figma. So to do that, we're gonna have to import the screen page. Okay, and as you can see, I have an error because it's still named Counter App 2. So let's just change it to Counter App 3. And then we're gonna need to change where home points to. The generated app should say something like const my home page, Flutter demo. Yep, just go ahead and remove all of that and change it to my app screen. Now we can do Flutter run, and our app should pop up exactly as we made it in Figma. And there it is. Perfect. But of course, we haven't added any functionality yet, so it doesn't do anything. So for the next step, we're going to use the block package. You don't have to be super familiar with it. We'll walk you through it. So first, let's get it installed. Just go ahead and copy that line of code, Flutter block 8.0, and paste it in pubspec.yml under dependencies. All right, VS Code automatically installs it. And then the next thing we have to do is create logic. In this case, we're going to create a function called countercubit.dart. And to do this, we're going to create a new folder under lib called model. So just go ahead and new folder, and then you can really put it wherever you'd like. This just keeps things organized. All right, and a new file. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and paste in all the code that we have instead of writing it out. Basically, it just initializes the counter to 0, and every time there's a state change, it will add 1. Perfect. And as you can see at the top, we're using block. Don't forget to import that. Okay, so now that we have our logic function, we're going to need to enable main.dart to access it. So to do that, we have to import block and our qubit function at the top of the screen. And just go ahead and make sure the file path is the name of your app, and then the model, and then the name of counter qubit. Okay, and then next we're going to want to change the home screen to a block provider and actually make the my app screen a child of that. So basically that just gives block access to everything, and we're going to be able to send values to counter qubit and keep track of how many taps happen on screen. So now we have the logic, and we're going to have to send a signal to the logic that there's taps. So in order to do that, we'll have to look at our Figma file at the custom tags. So the custom tags create the components that are interactive on our screen. And here you can see counter value. It gets highlighted when I mouse over it, and counter button. They have a bracket, custom bracket. That signals to Parabeac that you're going to need to add interactivity for those functions. They're always under the controller tag folder, just for your convenience. So when the design file is updated, it doesn't mess with the logic that you added to anything tagged with custom, as long as the name stays the same. Okay, so we're going to need to import Flutter and Qubit to the button, since it's going to need access to both of those things. Oh, sorry, block, not Flutter. Go ahead and update the path. And now, for the counter button custom state, we're going to need to add a gesture detector on tap. So that way when it's tapped, we know to go ahead and send a signal to counter qubit. Here we have set state, but you don't actually need that in the center. All right, so now if we run that, the counter button should increase counter qubit every time that it's tapped. And in order to display the next function, we're going to have to go view the screen, my app screen.g.dart, and that's where we can see counter value text. So that's where the text updates. But because the design files can be updated, we don't want to touch that at all in any case used for Parabeac. So we did go ahead and tag that with custom. So we can go on over to the controller tag counter value custom.dart. So we're going to go ahead and copy the code, head on over there and change that. If any of these class states don't turn blue when you paste them, that just means the name isn't the same as what was generated. So go ahead and make sure that the class name is the same. And here you can see counter value is grayed out. It wouldn't have been if I had copied it from the screen.g.dart file, but I didn't want to do that because VS Code has an autocomplete and it'll auto-connect it. So just retype the tail end. Counter qubit still has an issue. And it looks like it's because I forgot to import counter qubit and block. Simple fix, just copy that from main.dart and paste it in the top of counter value. And if you guys ever run into an error like this and you don't know how to solve it, feel free to reach out to us if you can't figure it out after researching it or reading through docs, but hopefully our docs will be good enough. All right, so now we're gonna wanna run it. And everything should be functional. Oh, just so you know, I did stop running the app before I did Flutter run again. All right, so let's test it. We're tapping the plus and the counter button increases. Exactly what we wanted. All right, so I hope this helped. If you run into any issues, feel free to reach out to us via email, joining our Discord, or on parabeac.com at the bottom right of your screen. There should be a chat button. Our whole team is on there, and we want you to succeed so we can help you out. If you have any recommendations for docs or more tutorials you want to see, also let us know. We're on all social media platforms, and we hope you enjoy using Parabeac.